Hi there, brick builders. Today we think big. We think big with a ship, with a command ship from BlueBrix, from BlueBrix Kids, with the series called Kyanite Squad. We're talking about the flagship of BlueBrix with its kids series, the 107-109, in the Kyanite Squad series called Command Ship, and it has 807 pieces. It has 7 minifigs, a manta, a shark, a jellyfish, and it's for 6+ people. But first things first, let's have a look at the box. Here we get a picture of this command ship with all the extras that are in there, which is a helicopter, which is a submarine, a one-person submarine, which is all the animals, and a bit of sea ground, which rounds up all that is here. On the back we have more of the same, but this time not really in a real setting there, but just the pieces are shown in there. At least on the back there is nothing painted extra. On the sides it's more of the same in this case. And with that we have a quick look into the instructions. These are typically for this BlueBrix stuff. Yes, unfortunately we do have stickers here. Not a lot of them, and most of them are either some logos or displays for a lot of the displays that are shown in this set, which we have a look at later. The instructions themselves start with the figurines, and then we get piece by piece. First is the submarine, then we get our piece of ground, of sea ground, and we get our helicopter, and finally our boat. All of that with a lot of sub-assemblies with grayed out steps before, and with in the end 6 sections there, and we are done with 68 pages of instructions here. So let's have a look at all the pieces in this. First we got a helicopter, which has a rotor in the back and of course on the top, which are of course movable here. Then we can have the landing gear separated or changed there. This is not wheels, this is more like pontons for water landing, but this is what I guess, at least in this case. And of course we have a cockpit, and we can have a pilot in there, and we can open and close that cockpit, and we can even sit down one of the BlueBrix figurines without any trouble inside there. Then we got our submarine, our scientific submarine with all the stickers on there, which has 3 engines in the end. 2 of them on the sides can be turned up, down, left, right, and the main engine for all the acceleration is fixed, but of course we can turn everything that looks like a propeller in there. And of course we have another cockpit with another figurine and even 2 sticks to steer it. And we got a little hook thing on the top so that the submarine can be fished out and put in by the main ship with the crane there. And that's what we got here. This is the main ship with the crane. There is a cage in there, a shark cage I guess, but here we can just substitute it with the boat, and we can also store the boat on the back of the ship, this little submarine we were just talking about. The crane itself works with even more heavy things, since when you turn the handle it fouls a bit of wall there, and you have to introduce some force to really turn it, but this also locks it after one rotation. So if you lift something it won't fall down again, but it's gonna stop after one rotation at least, and then you can carry it around with your boat. The boat itself has 3 stories in the end. On the top there is the roof, then below that there is the captain's place the bridge, and below that we get our laboratory with a lot of computers, displays, robots, little ones. We get crystals, we get other computers where people can work at, and all this good stuff. There's a lot to turn around or about here. And last but not least, we get our little sea ground with a lot of plants here, with a little fish. And this is, it looks a bit like Minecraft sets on the Lego side, with all the ugly rock pieces in here and all the Kyanite crystals that can be found. So no, it's not really Minecraft, but it looks a bit like some of the Lego sets that have this stuff going on. But the main thing, I guess, again, is the figurines, or starting with the shark and the manta. The manta is the same manta that's used somewhere else in here, and it's just one piece. The shark is in two pieces, so he can open and close his mouth. Unfortunately, the teeth are not painted, but everything else is fine. Then we have our figurines. They are printed on the chest, on the back, on the helmet in places, on the legs there are prints or even dual molds. And here we got a diver and I guess a helicopter pilot with interesting faces. Then we get our captain and a technician, I guess. They are also printed in the front and in the back and in the legs. At least the captain is a really bearded one. Then we have another sailor, I guess, and another technician there. And they also get a buoy and a squid. Maybe it doesn't work that way, but maybe it does. And here we got the leftover pieces and the brick separator. The leftover pieces are mainly jumper plates 1x2, so you can set your figurines, your special enlightening figurines, but in this case it's not really necessary. And we have the brick separator, which to my taste it works better than the one from Lego, since you can work in tighter spaces with it. After that, we are start to unboxing our set. You have to open some tape or to cut some tape, and once that has happened, you can open the box. Inside there is another tray, and inside this tray there are the bigger pieces without any further packaging, and there are all the bags, one bag for each section, which there are 6 of, and in those bags there are the other bags with the pieces, and then you start with the number 1. And of course you get your instructions in there. So what do I think of this one? At first, this is a playset. This is for my little one, and he is rather keen, or he was rather keen to get it. He now got it, and he really liked the fix, and he has no big problems with all this since it's holding well together. I was reading that there might be some problems with those sets from the Enlightening brand. I guess it's Cumin, since the Enlightening brand is owned by Cumin these days. At least that's my last status here. But it does work. There's just one piece that doesn't want to hold, not only in this set but all in the others. This is the visor for the pilot helmet, which is more than loose, so you might lose that if you give this one to the smaller kids, so be aware of that. On the other hand, you get some big pieces. At least the boat is mainly one piece, or with the main stuff inside it's 2 or 3 pieces. So yeah, it's only 800 pieces, but those are big, and we don't only get the boat with its 2 stories of stuff on there. We also get, as I said, a helicopter and a submarine, and even get a bit of sea ground background stuff in here. So I guess it's all very well at this point, and of course we get a lot of figs, a really lot of them, and those really help with the playing here, at least for the smaller kids, I guess. And also the animals in there are rather unique. I don't know if there is a shark on the Lego roster, but I doubt it at the moment. So that's all very well. The pieces that are not that well, as I said, from one of the figurines, from the pilot helmet, the visor, I guess it does need a bit of helping hand there. Then the second thing is the crane, which tends to fall off the turntable it's located on when the weight is too high for the stuff you put on there. And the third thing, and the most annoying one with this set, so you shouldn't give this task to any kid, is to knot the fabric that needs to be knotted on this crane, since the material that this line is built from doesn't want to knot at all. I used pincettes, I used other tools to get the shape of a knot in there, and then I glued the stuff together and hope up to this point that this will hold, since I don't know what they're using, but it doesn't want to knot at all. Anything else, as I said, it's a playset. I doubt that there's much merit in putting it on a shelf, at least for an adult. So they do call it BlueBrix Kids for a reason, and that's quite well. You can use the pieces if you like them for your own creations. There's, as I said, there is one or two pieces that might be a bit odd, but everything else, if you like it, use it. If you like a big ship with just one piece to build something, you can totally do that with this set. And with a price of a bit over 5 cents a piece, considering that there are those big pieces in there, it's quite okay. With that, if you liked what you've seen, please press the like button. If you didn't like what you've seen, please comment me that. And if you really want to be awesome, please subscribe. So have fun building, have fun watching, have fun playing, and see you